Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Roy English Talk, your favorite place to improve your English naturally and confidently. I'm Elena, and I'm so happy you're here today. Have you ever heard someone say, "I ran into an old friend," or "she's trying to figure it out," and thought, "Wait, what does that actually mean?" If so, you've stumbled into one of the trickiest yet most powerful parts of the English language, phrasal verbs. These little phrases, like give up, look after, turn down, seem simple at first, but they often have multiple meanings, behave unpredictably, and confuse even advanced learners. The worst part? Native speakers use them constantly. In casual talk, work emails, interviews, movies, and songs. If you want to speak English like a native, you can't avoid them. But once you understand them, you unlock a new level of fluency. That's what this video is all about. Today, we're covering 50 essential phrasal verbs that you need to know, not just to understand what people are saying, but to use them yourself with confidence. You won't just memorize definitions. That's boring, and it doesn't stick. Instead, I'll walk you through real-life examples, everyday dialogues, short stories, and even some classic mistakes English learners make. You'll learn not just what each verb means, but how it works, when to use it, and how to sound natural doing it. Here's what we'll tackle: why make up can mean invent a lie, or become friends again. When take off refers to airplanes, business success, or simply removing shoes. How put off is about delays, and sometimes awkward feelings. You'll also learn how to connect the meaning to the prepositions so you can start to guess meanings, not just memorize. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 50 real useful phrasal verbs in your vocabulary. And more importantly, the confidence to use them in any conversation. So get your notebook ready, stay focused, and let's dive into the real-life English that people actually speak. Let's break it down, one phrasal verb at a time. Phrasal verbs 1. Breakdown. Meaning to stop functioning for machines or to collapse emotionally. My car broke down on the highway. She broke down in tears during the interview. Why it matters. This is one of the first phrasal verbs you'll need when dealing with machines or emotional moments. It's vivid and relatable. Mistake to avoid. Don't say, "My car is broke down." Say, "My car has broken down." You need the past participle form. 2. Call off, meaning to cancel. They called off the wedding. The game was called off due to rain. Real-life usage. Imagine preparing for a big event, then having to cancel it. This verb is essential for those moments. Mini story. Tom trained for months for a marathon, but the night before it was called off due to a storm. He was crushed. Carry on. Meaning to continue. She carried on talking, even though no one was listening. Let's carry on with the meeting. Common in British English and very useful in motivational speech. No matter what happens, carry on. Confusion alert. Don't mix this up with carry out, which means to perform, carry out a task. 4. Come across. Meaning to find something by chance or to seem a certain way. I came across an old photo album yesterday. He comes across as arrogant. Why it's tricky. It's one of those double-meaning phrasal verbs. Tip. The first is about discovery. The second is about impression. 5. Cut back on, meaning to reduce. I need to cut back on sugar. They're cutting back on spending this quarter. Common mistake. Learners say cut down sugar. Say cut back on sugar. You need the on. Mini story. After gaining weight, Lucy cut back on junk food. 3 months later, she felt more energetic than ever. 6. Drop by. Meaning, to visit someone casually or unexpectedly. I thought I'd drop by your place this afternoon. Super native, you'll hear this all the time. It's friendly, spontaneous, and informal. Fun tip, you can also say swing by, which is similar, but drop by is more personal. 7. Figure out meaning, to understand or solve something. I can't figure out this math problem. We need to figure out a new strategy. Power verb, great for solving problems used in business, school, or daily life. Story cue, imagine you're trying to fix your Wi-Fi. After 30 minutes, I finally figured it out. 8. Given meaning, to surrender or stop resisting. He begged me to go and I finally gave in. The soldiers refused to give in. Not the same as give up. Give in equals submit to pressure. Give up equals stop trying. 9. Look after meaning to take care of. Can you look after my dog this weekend? She looks after her grandmother. Simple and sweet, very useful in daily life. Shows kindness and responsibility. Cultural note. In British English, this is more common than take care of. 10. Run into meaning. To meet someone by chance. I ran into my old teacher at the grocery store. Also means to face a problem. We ran into some issues with the project. Double meaning tip. Think unexpected encounter with people or problems. By learning just these first 10 phrasal verbs, you've already made a huge leap forward in sounding more fluent and native-like. But this is just the beginning. We've got 40 more to go. 1. Break down. Meaning to stop working, machines, or to lose emotional control. My car broke down on the highway. She broke down in tears during the interview. Why it matters. Whether you're talking about cars or emotions, this verb is essential. It describes breakdowns, mechanical or emotional, with clarity. Mini story. Jason was driving to an important job interview when his car suddenly broke down. Stuck on the shoulder with no signal, stress hit him like a truck. When he finally got through to roadside assistance, he just broke down and cried. It was too much. Learner tip, use the past participle correctly. Say has broken down, not is broke down. 2. Call off meaning, to cancel something. They called off the concert due to rain. The CEO called off the merger after new information came to light. Usage tip. This phrasal verb is direct, efficient, and perfect in both formal and informal settings. Mini scenario. Maya spent months planning her wedding, but just days before, her fiancé got cold feet. She had to call off everything. The venue, the flowers, even the cake. It was devastating, but necessary. Common mistake. Learners often say cancel off. Don't. Just say call off. 3. Carry on meaning to continue doing something. Even with distractions, she carried on studying. Let's carry on with the presentation. Inspiring tone, common in motivational speech. No matter how hard it gets, carry on. Mini story. During lockdown, Leo lost his job, but instead of giving up, he carried on learning online. A year later, he landed a new role in a tech company. Quick comparison, carry on equals continue, carry out equals perform, a task, plan. Come across meaning 1. To find something unexpectedly. I came across an old letter from my grandfather. Meaning 2. To seem or appear to others. He comes across as a bit arrogant, but he's actually kind. Mini scenario. Anna was cleaning her attic when she came across her childhood diary. Flipping through it, she realized how much she'd changed. The entries came across as funny and naive, but full of heart. Tip: think of this verb as emotional and expressive, great for storytelling and impressions. 5. Cut back on meaning. To reduce something, especially consumption. I'm cutting back on caffeine. The company had to cut back on expenses after the market crash. Real-life context. Use it for diet, budgeting, and life changes. It's the adulting phrasal verb. Mini story. After a health scare, Dan cut back on processed foods and soda. 6 months later, he had more energy, clearer skin, and lost 20 pounds. Mistake alert: don't say cut down sugar. Say cut back on sugar. The on is essential. 6. Drop by. Meaning, to visit someone casually or without a formal appointment. I might drop by after work to say hi. Usage tip: informal, friendly, and warm. Perfect for neighborly visits or quick chats. Mini scene. Emma was having a tough day when her friend Lisa dropped by with snacks and a smile. That unexpected visit made all the difference. Fun alternatives: swing by, pop over, similar tone. 7. Figure out. Meaning, to understand or solve something. We need to figure out a way to make this work. He figured out the answer right before time ran out. Universal usage, school, work, life. This one's essential. Mini story. Julia couldn't figure out why her phone kept freezing. After hours of frustration, she figured out it was due to an old app causing glitches. Bonus tip: sounds native when used naturally. I figured it out. A satisfying moment of success. 8. Give in meaning. To stop resisting. To surrender. Emotionally, physically, or in arguments. After hours of arguing, she gave in. The defenders held their ground and didn't give in. Don't confuse give in equals submit. Give up equals stop trying. Think he gave in to pressure versus he gave up trying. Mini story. Little Tim kept begging his mom for candy. She said no, again and again. Finally, she sighed and gave in. One chocolate bar wouldn't hurt. Emotional pull, great for dramatic scenes, persuasion, or conflict resolution. 9. Look after meaning, to care for someone or something. She looks after her younger brother. Can you look after my plants while I'm away? Kindness coded. This verb signals responsibility and care, especially toward family or pets. Mini story. When Max adopted an elderly dog, he had no idea how much work it would be. But day by day, he learned to look after it with patience and love. British versus American. British English loves look after. American English leans more toward take care of. Both are accepted. 10. Run into meaning. 1. To meet someone unexpectedly. I ran into Sarah at the coffee shop, meaning to face a problem. We ran into issues with the software update. Dual meaning equals double usefulness. Mini scene. During his vacation in Paris, Jack ran into his high school crush at a museum. It was totally random and totally magical. On the flight home, his joy faded when he ran into a long delay due to weather. Tip: think unexpected contact with people or problems. 11. Put off meaning. 1. To delay or postpone. We had to put off the meeting until Monday, meaning to discourage or make someone not want to do something. The smell of the place really put me off eating there. Why it matters: this verb expresses both time and emotion. Powerful in conversation. Mini story. Jenna kept putting off going to the dentist, but the pain finally forced her to go. When she got there, the waiting room's smell nearly put her off again. Mistake alert. Don't say, I postponed off the meeting. Say, put off. It's the phrasal form that gives it life. 12. Turn up. Meaning 1, to appear or arrive unexpectedly. She turned up late to the interview. Meaning 2, to increase volume or intensity. Can you turn up the music? Mini story. We thought Jake wouldn't show, but he turned up just in time. Then, someone turned up the speakers, and the party came alive. Tip: great for stories, surprise entries, and loud moments. 13. Setup. Meaning 1, to arrange or organize. They set up the conference room for the event. Meaning 2, to trick or frame someone. He swears he didn't do it, says he was set up. Mini scene. Maria set up a surprise party for her sister, but later, her brother claimed he was set up for stealing the cake. Family drama followed. Why it matters. Very versatile. Business, social life, and crime dramas love this one. 14. Bring up meaning. 1. To mention or raise a topic. She brought up politics at dinner. Bad idea. Meaning 2, to raise a child. He was brought up by his grandparents. Cultural note: British English uses bring up more often than raise in the parenting sense. Mini story. When Mark brought up his ex in front of his new girlfriend, things got awkward. Turns out he was brought up to always be honest, but still. 15. Go over. Meaning, to review or check something. Let's go over your answers before you submit the test. Business and education favorite. Whether reviewing a proposal or studying for a test, this phrasal verb is crucial. Mini scene. Before the big pitch, Nadine went over every slide 5 times. Her nerves faded. Preparation paid off. 16. Look into meaning. To investigate or research, the police are looking into the matter. I'll look into getting us a better deal. Why it's key. It's the go-to phrase when taking action without promising results. Mini story. After the package went missing, the delivery company promised to look into it. 2 days later, it was found in the neighbor's yard. 17. Take off. Meaning 1, to remove clothing. Please take off your shoes before entering. Manning 2, to rise into the air, planes. The flight took off on time. Meaning 3, to become successful quickly. Her YouTube channel really took off last year. Mini story. Nick took off his jacket, boarded the plane, and finally relaxed. Little did he know his music career would also take off after his song went viral mid-flight. Triple use powerhouse. Stylish, simple, and satisfying. 18. Back up. Meaning 1, to support someone. Thanks for backing me up in the meeting. Meaning 2, to create a copy of data. Don't forget to back up your files. Meaning 3, to move backward. Can you back up a bit? I need space. Mini scenario. Liam backed up his computer before the update, just in case. At work, he backed up his colleague during a tough client call. And while parking that night, yep, he backed up too far and hit a cone. Tip: context is everything, and this phrasal verb proves it. 19. Hold on. Meaning 1, to wait. Hold on a second, I'm almost ready. Meaning 2, to grasp tightly. Hold on to the railing. It's slippery. Mini story. When the roller coaster started moving, Anna screamed. Hold on, shouted her friend. She held on so tight, her knuckles turned white. Emotional tone. It also works metaphorically. Hold on to hope. 20. Break up. Meaning 1. 1. To end a romantic relationship. They broke up after 5 years. Meaning 2. To disperse a group. The police broke up the protest. Meaning 3. To lose connection during a call. You're breaking up, I can't hear you. Mini scenario. During a call, Sam told Lisa they should break up, but all she heard was static. Wait, are you breaking up with me, or are we breaking up on the line? Both, apparently, Shamwen. Come up with meaning, to invent, create, or think of something, an idea, a plan. She came up with a brilliant solution to the problem. Mini story. The team was stuck, no ideas. Then Rachel, sipping her coffee, suddenly said, "Wait, I've come up with something." That idea won them the deal. Tip. One of the most useful phrases in brainstorming or creative work. 22. Get along with meaning. To have a good relationship with someone. I get along with my coworkers really well. Social glue. It's perfect for describing harmony, or lack of it. Mini story. When Mia met her roommate, things were awkward, but within a week, they realized they got along like best friends. Movie nights, deep chats, no drama. Mistake alert. Don't say get good with. Say get along with. 23. Turn down. Meaning 1. To reject or refuse. He turned down the job offer. Meaning 2. To lower volume or intensity. Can you turn down the radio? Mini scenario. Emma turned down the loud music and then turned down her ex twice in one day. Talk about volume and power. Why it's tricky. Same phrase, two opposite vibes. Rejection and reduction. 24. Get over. Meaning, to recover from something, emotionally or physically. It took him months to get over the breakup. I finally got over the flu. Mini story. After losing her job, Dana couldn't sleep for weeks. But with time, support, and a new plan, she got over it and came back stronger. Pro tip. Combine it with time phrases. I still haven't gotten over it. 25. Come in. Meaning 1. To enter. Please come in and take a seat. Meaning 2. To be placed in a competition. She came in second place. Mini scene. The announcer said, "Come in, contestant number 5. Moments later, she came in third overall and was thrilled. Natural flow. Great for hospitality, contests, and polite requests. 26. Look forward to. Meaning, to feel excited about something in the future. I'm looking forward to our vacation. Warm tone. This phrasal verb is pure optimism and politeness. Mini story. Every day, Alex checked his countdown app. 12 days until Japan. He was seriously looking forward to it, and he wasn't hiding it. Mistake to avoid. Say looking forward to meeting you, not to meet you. Use the ing form after to. 27. Check out meaning 1. To examine or look at. Check out this cool video. Meaning 2. To leave a hotel. We checked out at noon. Meaning 3. To investigate. I'll check out that new restaurant tonight. Mini scene. Nina checked out of her hotel, checked out a book at the library, and then checked out the new burger place. Productive day. Tone tip. Super casual and fun. 28. Pass out. Meaning 1. To faint or lose consciousness. He passed out from exhaustion. Meaning 2. To distribute. The teacher passed out the exam papers. Mini story. At the concert, the heat was intense. Someone passed out near the front row. Meanwhile, staff passed out water bottles. Crisis averted. Powerful phrasal, same verb for collapsing or sharing. Context matters. 29. Workout meaning. 1. To exercise. She works out every morning. Meaning to resolve a problem. We worked out our differences. Meaning 3, to turn out okay. Things will work out, don't worry. Mini scenario, Tom started working out to clear his mind. At the same time, he worked out a deal with his landlord. In the end, it all worked out. One of the most versatile verbs in casual conversation. 30. Take over meaning to assume control of something. She took over the project after the manager left. Mini story. When the boss resigned unexpectedly, Maya stepped up. She took over everything, the meetings, the emails, the mess, and she nailed it. Power dynamic, great in business and leadership talk. 31. Show up. Meaning to appear or arrive. He didn't show up to the party. Only 5 people showed up for the meeting. Mini story. Nina planned the whole surprise birthday, cake, balloons, playlist. But when the guest of honor didn't show up, she had to think fast. Turns out, he walked in just as they were cutting the cake. Pro tip. This verb adds drama to entrances or no-shows. 32. Break into meaning. 1. To enter by force, usually illegally. Someone broke into my apartment last night, meaning 2. To start doing something suddenly. She broke into tears after hearing the news. Meaning 3. To enter a new market or industry. He broke into the fashion business at 22. Mini story. After years of trying, Mila broke into acting and broke into tears on her first film set. Usage alert. Don't use it lightly when talking about crime. Very serious tone. 33. Put up with meaning. To tolerate or endure something unpleasant. I can't put up with this noise anymore. Mini scenario. Liam had a loud neighbor who played the drums at midnight. For weeks, he put up with it. Then one day, enough was enough. Mistake to avoid, don't say support or handle, put up with is the correct phrasal form. 34. Run out of meaning, to have none left. We ran out of milk this morning. She ran out of time before finishing the test. Mini story. At the cafe, Anna's date ordered pancakes. The waiter smiled awkwardly. Sorry, we've run out of syrup. That date ended quickly. Pro tip. Always use of, run out milk, run out of milk. 35. Make up meaning. 1. To reconcile after an argument, they fought all week but finally made up. Meaning 2. To invent, a lie, excuse, or story. She made up an excuse for being late. Meaning 3. To compensate. I'll make up the lost time tomorrow. Mini scenario. Sam made up with his sister after their fight. Later, he made up a wild story to explain why he missed dinner. Then he made up for it by bringing ice cream. Learner tip. Be careful. This verb can mean sweet or sneaky. 36. Come down with meaning. To become ill. I think I'm coming down with a cold. Mini story. Ella was feeling off. By noon, she'd come down with a fever. Time to rest, tea, and Netflix. Native tone, very natural, gentle way to say you're sick. 37. Call back. Meaning, to return a phone call. I missed your call, Inca. I'll call you back later. Mini scenario. Max saw 3 missed calls from his boss. He took a deep breath, called back, and got a promotion. Pro tip. Simple but polite. Essential for everyday phone etiquette. 38. Check in. Meaning 1. To register at a hotel or airport. We checked in at 3 p.m., meaning chateau 2, to report or update. Just checking in. How's the project going? Mini scene. Sophie checked in at the hotel, then checked in with her team via Zoom. Remote work, luxury style. Natural feel. Use it for both travel and caring follow-ups. 39. Fill out meaning. To complete a form. Please fill out this application form. Mini story. Lucas filled out the form nervously. It was his dream job. Each blank space felt like a mini interview. Mistake to avoid. Don't say, fill the form out, unless using it as 2 parts. Fill the form out and hand it in. 40. Turn out meaning 1. To end up or result in a certain way. The weather turned out better than expected. Meaning 2. To attend, thousands of fans turned out for the concert. Mini scenario. It looked like rain, but the day turned out sunny. And when the band showed up, a crowd turned out that no one expected. Emotional tone. This phrasal verb feels reflective, great for conclusions or surprise endings. 41. Take out meaning. 1. To remove. Can you take out the trash? Meaning 2. To go on a date. He took her out to dinner. Meaning 3. To kill or destroy. Military action slang. The sniper took out the target. Mini scenario. Jake took out the recycling, then took his girlfriend out for sushi. Later, they watched an action movie where the hero took out a dozen bad guys. Context is everything, from romance to garbage to explosions. 42. Bring out meaning. 1. To reveal or highlight. That color really brings out your eyes. Meaning 2. To release a product. They're bringing out a new phone next month. Mini story. When Alice wore red, it brought out her confidence. She felt like she could bring out the best in any situation. Emotional edge. This one is about impact, visual, emotional, or commercial. 43. Come up. Meaning 1. To arise or occur. Something urgent came up at work. Meaning 2. To be mentioned. Your name came up in conversation. Meaning 3. To approach or rise. Sun time. The sun came up at 6 a.m. Mini scene. The idea came up during lunch. The deadline came up fast. But somehow, they pulled it off before the sun came up. Learner tip. Use for surprises, challenges, and change. 44. Get by meaning. To survive or manage with difficulty. It's tough, but we're getting by. Mini story. During college, Luis had 2 jobs and little sleep. Still, he got by, just barely, and graduated with honors. Cultural note, very common in financial or emotional struggle stories. 45. Keep up with meaning. To stay informed or maintain pace. I can't keep up with all these updates. She walks so fast, I can't keep up with her. Mini scenario. Ella tried to keep up with the news, the trends, her inbox, and her fitness routine. Exhausted, yup, but she kept going. Modern essential, digital life demands this verb. 6. Put down. Meaning 1. To place something. She put down her bag. Meaning 2. To insult, stop putting yourself down. Meaning 3. To euthanize an animal. We had to put down our dog last week. Mini story. He put down his phone, put down his doubts, and finally put down his beloved old dog. A single phrasal verb, 3 kinds of pain. Serious weight. Use carefully. Especially meaning number 3.47. Go ahead, meaning 1. To proceed. You can go ahead without me, meaning 2, giving permission. Go ahead, ask your question. Mini scenario. Even though Mia was nervous, her coach smiled and said, "Go ahead." That little push changed everything. Positive energy. It's encouraging, permissive, and empowering. 48. Take back meaning. 1. To retract a statement, I take back what I said, meaning 2. To return something, he took the shoes back to the store. Mini story. After an argument, Sam apologized. I take it back. I didn't mean it. Later, he took back the gift too. Awkward. Emotional tone. Regret, change, and second thoughts. 49. Hold up meaning 1. 1. To delay. Sorry I'm late. Traffic held me up. Meaning 2. To rob with a weapon. The bank was held up by 2 men. Meaning 3. To remain strong or stable. How are you holding up? Mini scene. Tom held up pretty well under pressure, even after his presentation was held up by tech issues, and someone joked about a hold-up. Versatile plus emotional plus dramatic, all in one. 50. Give up meaning. To stop trying or to surrender. I gave up learning guitar last year. They gave up the search after 5 days. Mini story. Jenny almost gave up halfway through the marathon, but when she saw the finish line and her family cheering, she pushed on. She didn't give up. She finished. Conclusion-worthy verb, full of emotion and meaning. Real-life story. The day everything went wrong and right. It started like any other Monday. Jenna woke up late because her alarm didn't go off. She threw on clothes, grabbed coffee, and rushed out, only to realize her car had broken down. She called up her boss to explain, but he didn't pick up, so she just left a voicemail saying she might not show up on time. She called a taxi, and while she waited, she went over her presentation in her head. This is it, she thought, my one chance to make up for last week's mistake. Finally, the taxi arrived, but halfway there she realized she'd left out the flash drive with her slides. Panic. She asked the driver to turn around. When she got home, her roommate had dropped by to pick up some stuff. Can you look after my cat while I'm gone? He asked casually. Jenna just nodded while she searched for her flash drive. Back in the taxi, traffic was awful. A crash had held up half the road. Jenna just sat there, breathing. I can't give up now, she whispered. She arrived at work 40 minutes late. But when she walked in, she came across a group of coworkers still laughing and chatting. The meeting had been put off due to a tech issue. Relieved, she went to her desk and began to figure out a backup plan. Her boss came over and said, "Glad you showed up. Ready?" "Almost," she replied. "Just give me a second to pull myself together." She pulled it off. Her new idea, something she had come up with that morning in the cab, blew everyone away. That day, Jenna didn't just survive, she took over. Moral of the story, life throws curveballs. But with a few phrasal verbs, and a lot of courage, you'll get through it. You just learned 50 of the most essential phrasal verbs in the English language. Not by memorizing a list, but by understanding how they work, how they feel, and how they fit into real life. Think about that. Now you can say things like, I'm cutting back on sugar. We need to figure this out. She came up with a great idea. Without hesitation, naturally, confidently. That's not just learning English, that's owning it. But here's the truth. You don't need to remember all 50 right away. Mastery comes from repetition, from using them, hearing them, writing them, speaking them. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick 3 phrasal verbs from today that felt new but useful. Write a short story or dialogue using them. Say it out loud, even record yourself, because the more you use them, the more they become part of your English. And don't stop here. There are hundreds more phrasal verbs waiting to be unlocked for business, travel, relationships, slang, and more. We'll keep exploring them together, step by step. So if you found this video helpful, if it gave you clarity, confidence, or even just a few good examples, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one. Leave a comment with your favorite phrasal verb from today, or a sentence using it. I read every single one. Thanks for spending your time with me. Keep learning, keep leveling up, and remember, you don't just learn English, you live it. And now you speak it like someone who's ready for the world.